Home slice.
All right, forgot my ukulele today, and we are now in a studio.
Yes.
Feel
So,
pretty professional.
oh my gosh, I still can't get over. I've said so fancy probably
Yeah.
20 times in the 10 minutes I've been here.
So when you sent me a text yesterday that said, I said, hey, we're going to be in the studio. It's awesome. And you sent that text that said, so fancy. And then it made me think, Sydney says so fancy
I'm
a lot.
so fancy.
Like, that's almost T-shirt worthy. However many times you say it.
Do I really say it all the time?
No, it's a good thing, though.
Okay.
My son told me
there's
something
those
yesterday
things that
that
you
I
say
said.
all the time that you don't realize that you say all the time, and then when it's brought up, it's like, oh shoot.
Well, now you're going to stop saying it. But,
I do say it.
But keep saying it.
I mean, I'll can't stop,
I
won't
like it.
stop.
Yeah. So, she's not going to stop.
Never. Things
Alright.
are just so fancy.
So, let's...
We have headphones.
We got headphones.
So fancy. It's the little things. Can you tell I grew up poor?
Yeah.
Everything's fancy.
Check out, did you see? Yeah, they have pens and paper, too.
What?
Yeah.
Like, even that they, like, put the branding, like, they seriously branded, like, a hot, like, wood burn, their brand logo on the tables.
All right, how about we tell people what we're talking about?
Oh, yeah.
That could help.
That would definitely help.
So we are at the Matchbox Shared Workspaces. I believe that's what it's called. And
Matchbox
Co-working studio.
co-working studio. There we go.
Did you read one of the brands on the table?
No, I just
that
always
would
have to
help.
log in,
You have it
so I
memorized.
know it.
Yeah. So it's downtown Lafayette. And we're in the studio.
Yep.
First time working with all this equipment.
The tech
Super
guy
cool.
I knew, which
She
was
knows the tech
awesome.
guy.
I haven't seen him and his family in a really long time, so it
So-
was really fun to see them.
Tell us
Him?
about the tech guy.
So I don't know
The
if
tech
I
guy.
should use
Listen, James. Let's
James.
call him James.
Well, his name is not James. His name is.
Well, I know him as James.
So okay, so / James.
What if he doesn't want everybody to know his real name?
That's why I'm not saying his last name.
Well, we just told everybody where he works, and he's gonna listen.
Jimbo.
It's too late.
I'm sure. Sorry.
It's too late. We've
Anyway.
already done it.
Wah, wah. Maybe he'll teach us how to edit.
Yeah.
And we can just like either or censor beep. We'll just
Ah,
like
there we
censor
go.
that thing.
I got it.
That's a good idea.
There we go. Okay.
But yeah. So anyhow, I know him from him and his wife back in the day. This is pre me having kids. I did cosplay with one of my friends. One of my friends knew him and his wife and a bunch of their group of friends. We super nerded out.
How
and,
often would you do cosplay?
I think there was at least the ones that I did. We would probably do like 2 or 3 events a year kind of thing. They did, they called it Project Cause Awesome, which that was like every fall. And it was just basically like in West Lafayette, we would all get together at one of the big like hotels and everybody would bring whatever costume they wanted and they'd invite a bunch of their photographer friends and then we would just do like really cool like cosplay photography stuff.
Awesome.
And like this sounds so nerdy, but it was so fun. It was so fun. And we've talked about it before. I was not allowed to celebrate Halloween as a kid, so this was like a very like creative outlet to be able to like make these costumes yourself and do these things. And now they are like badass like weapons makers, so they make all these fake guns and things.
Oh, that's awesome. You should
And-
see. So I feel like we're doing a promotional video for
I
Matchbox.
know,
for
but
Matchbox,
it's so,
but they have.
but it's so fancy.
You haven't seen this yet, but there's a oh my god, the Maker's Studio. I think
Okay.
is what it's called.
Okay.
And that's basically. Excuse me, man. This microphone picks up everything.
It does.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Didn't you say it could pick up the bathrooms next
Yeah.
door?
So there's a bathroom next door, and
So-
you can hear the.
Don't blow it up while we're in here,
Right.
please.
That's what I learned. But back to the Maker's Studio. So that's like James's playground.
Yeah.
You've got.
Is there a slide in here? Did I see that somewhere?
There's a slide, and then there's all kinds of different. Oh crap! I can't think what it's called.
Things.
When you make things out of plastic. Oh my god.
Yeah, that molding.
Yeah.
Is that it?
What is
3D
it?
printing.
3D printing. Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah. So 3D printing and then another type of 3D printed.
They just have
resin.
all types of different
Yeah.
tools.
After we record, I need the tour. This sounds really cool.
It's awesome. But James has all kinds of stuff that he's made in there. It's really neat.
I told you, it's impressive.
Yeah.
The stuff that they make.
Mm-hmm. So that's where we're at. We're at the studio that James
The
made.
Matchbox.
Yeah.
The studio that James made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a guest. Our guest today is none other than Brooke Bradford.
Brookie Brooke.
Oh.
And
I
Ari.
feel kind of famous, not gonna lie.
I mean, we talk about you a lot, so.
I know, I hear bits and pieces, I'm like, hey, that's me.
Sweet. So yeah, Brooke is my daughter. She has her real estate license, which she just got how many months ago?
4, 5-ish,
Mhm.
end of last year, so.
She's my assistant. And she has a little baby Ari, who's super cute.
So cute.
Yeah. So we figured she'd be a good guinea pig for today, for our
Yes.
first time here and working with video and everything else. So, what do we do? Do we get right into an interview, or how are we gonna do
I don't
this?
even know.
I think we do.
Well, oh, you think we do?
Okay.
Why
What
don't
are
we
you
just
thinking?
like do our normal stuff with Brooke? Like we can all do like a weekly recap of.
So you're allowed
what
to
we've
talk now,
done.
Brooke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I did say a couple things here and there. I feel like
That
at the
I
beginning,
know.
they're gonna be
Because
like,
I mean,
who
because
is
you're a
this
part of
person?
this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, so, okay, my thoughts when asking Brooke to help was, all right, if we're going to try and at least have some sort of topic, that we can kind of keep coming back to, everybody has their own, like, life experiences or things that they just, it may not even be their job. It just may be something that they feel like they know a lot about. And it's interesting to kind of,
Okay.
pull that from people.
Okay, so Brooke, what do you know a lot about?
Well, I was just brainstorming. He told me this last night. I was going to be
Right.
the star today.
Well,
Guest star.
you found out at least earlier than I did.
Yeah.
I
thought
found out
Sydney
like
was
an
the
hour
star
beforehand.
Sydney's the star every time.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
just the guest.
Yeah.
The guest star. So I was like, well, what do I do every day? I'm a mom, so that's a new experience.
It's a big deal.
Oh, yeah. It's life-changing, but in the best way, of course. So,
We were just talking about how we should work out to be a mom so that you can carry all of the things in one load.
yes.
Right.
Literally, I impress myself sometimes with how many things I can carry in from the car.
Well, she's stubborn too because, like, she'll have arms. She has 3 dogs, baby, all this,
There she
stuff that goes
is.
along with it.
Speak
And I'll
of-
be like, "Hey, Brooke, you need help," and she's, "Nah, I got it."
Yeah.
All right.
It's just easier
Go for
once
it.
I have my routine, how I get in and out.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun when I take the 3 dogs and the baby over to mom and dad's. We have a little routine, so dogs in and out of the car, baby in and out of the car, stuff. It's just chaos, but it's how we work.
It's a controlled chaos.
This is the age
Yep.
of chaos, so embrace it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I figure so Brooke, she's 26, and she has a different perspective, on just kind of the world right now,
Right.
than we did at the age of 26. So I thought it'd be interesting to just kind of listen to you talk about adulting, and what that's like
Yeah.
in 2023.
So, I feel like the different stages of 20, like I was telling Dad yesterday, I was like, I'm in my mid-20s. I'm going to hold on to that until as long as I can. I don't want to say I'm in my late 20s. So, early 20s, you just get done with college or working for the first time, full-time, all that stuff. So that's kind of like the easy part, and you don't even know it. And then get in your mid-20s, you're like, what am I doing? So,
What is life?
Yeah,
I don't even
literally, you're just
understand.
figuring stuff out, and sometimes, get a baby thrown in the mix, and then you learn that way. And we did purchase our first home in 2021, so that was a whole experience, and just being a homeowner after renting for 7 years or whatever throughout college, and afterwards, it's a learning experience with everything.
It definitely, there's a lot more that's your responsibility, but you didn't realize was ever done before.
Exactly.
Like putting salt in the water softener.
Yeah. just
Like,
all
that's something that my
types of
husband
things.
still does, and it's like, I never think to check that. And so thank God he does.
That
Or
reminds
like
me.
every,
I need
You're
to check
welcome.
my water softener. It does with mine.
Do that.
Thank you.
But it's like, I don't even, that stuff, I mean, there's little stuff. I mean, even other than that, just mowing. Like, that's another thing that's all Eric's responsibility, and I don't pay attention to. I'm also, as Eric and I dated and lived together and, you know, merged families and everything, like, we just realized what he's naturally better at paying attention to and what I am. And let's just say most of the things I am not good at paying attention on.
So give us some good examples of that.
Like, so my degree is hospitality with more of like paying attention to food and beverage side. So I can cook. I've cooked in tons of restaurants. I can do it. I'm pretty good at it, right? But I just don't do it. Like, it's just, I don't, like, I'm a small person. Like, ADHD is so real, you guys. And my mind is on so many other random things at one time. I forget to eat most days. So that's, like,
I feel you.
with, like, fitnessing stuff, I'm like, I just really need to eat something. And I know most people don't have that problem, but it's really a problem.
I do.
I just forget.
So if that makes you feel any better, like, I'll just keep going and going and going.
I feel like,
So I ate
you're
breakfast
busy.
this morning, and it's like, who am I? Like, I'm so fancy today. Like, eating breakfast, coming in here, like, what? I mean, I was still late, but...
Your kids are, what's the age again?
So Jonah is my youngest. He'll be 3 in April.
Okay.
Isaac is like 5.5.
Okay.
So he'd be 6 in August.
So at that age, too, you're probably fixing them, you know, meals that you may not even eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still like hot dog, you know, dinosaur nugget stage.
Yeah. So you get them fed.
Yep.
And then as far as you, I mean, are you making a huge meal for...
No, I don't cook.
Yeah.
I really
Right,
don't.
I know
like,
yeah.
oatmeal, like, I do... There's some things that are, like, my specialties kind of thing. Like, if we have waffle night, that's me. I do the waffles. I can't make a pancake to save my life. They're always burnt.
Well, you know, waffles are just fancy pancakes.
Which we've talked about
with
that.
fancy syrup holders.
Yeah. Yep. It's true.
Yeah.
Which I think is also why I like waffles more, because there's more surface area to get nice and crispy, too.
And there's just something about putting whipped cream and everything
I
else
like
on
whipped
a waffle.
cream on a waffle.
Well, then you can
I know.
leave. You can leave right now. Brooke, let me talk to you instead.
Right? But, like, there's just the division of labor, just the different things that you have to, like, figure out from renting versus homeownering. Like, I think when we bought our first house, it was a trip to figure out, like, the city cleanup for leaves and sticks and how to properly throw them away. So.
I just put it out there, and if they don't take it, I try something different the next time.
We tried putting it in the tote. We tried, like, stuffing the tote, and then, like, the trash got stuck in it because all of the sticks were full. And
That's not going to work.
Then they had to put, like, a sticker on our box saying, like, throw your shit away right, people.
But,
so then we learned about, you know, those cardboard bags kind of thing.
Yeah. So we're in a place where we get to burn them, so that's nice.
That's what I'm kind of upset about, because we live in the middle of nowhere right now, and so we have a big old, like, burn pile. Like, we've thrown, like, ripped out carpet and burnt in that thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna burn a mattress. Like, this
There you
is
go.
like
It's country life.
hillbilly living
You do
at
what you
its
want. It's
finest,
Frankfurt, Indiana.
right? Like,
Yeah.
why
do
don't
what
you just
want.
give them my address, Chris?
Oh, my bad.
Jeez.
But, like, the division, you were saying, like, the division of labor, that's huge. And how you just kind of worked, and it takes a while to kind of figure out.
Years to finesse, yeah.
How's that going with you, Brooke? The division of labor at home?
I mean, it's just kind of all over the place sometimes. So it's like, I'll do